Hey everybody, thanks for supporting me here on my Losing It channel. I've got another quick video today. Who knows, I'm full of it today. I just may have several more. You never know. I'm just kind of chilling today, sitting in my bed, trying to recuperate. Um, from an episode I just had, a few days ago. I've had some good days since then. Today's not so good day. So here's to rough days. I'm sitting here sipping on my shake. Um, you know, what else can I say about it? I already made a review, so y'all can watch the review. It's the video right before this one of it. I drank several drinks of it. The mint actually helps kind of soothe my stomach a little, so this may be end up being a pretty good thing for me to drink, especially with a little bit of chocolate in it. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. I'm excited to try that. To this video right now, I want to talk some real stuff right now. Um, Maybe you could call it a rant. But I've been watching other people's videos and other people talk about um, gastric bypass and some of the things that go along with it. I'm not sure if everybody's journey is different, and I respect that. I really do. I'm starting to worry some though, and wonder some if um, if everybody on here is being quite honest. um, a lot of times I'll watch a video and I think, gosh, they must really be putting either I'm really bad off or they're putting a really good spin, like real positive spin on their experience. And maybe leaving out a few of the negative details. I can understand why people would want to do that. Privacy, probably plays into that heavily. I understand, like, completely. Like, nobody really wants to share real intimate details on YouTube for the whole world to pick apart. Um, However, I'm kind of in one of those moods today that I don't really give a you know what. So I'm going to talk really honest about dumping syndrome because I've had it a few times since my surgery. So we're going to get a little real and we're going to get a little gross, but oh well. I mean, I think these kinds of things happen to people, and people who are wanting to know more about the bypass surgery really need to know about dumping. I watched a video where a young lady said that dumping syndrome was not diarrhea. Everything I've read, everything I have talked to my doctor, conversations with my doctor and with my dietitian have said the opposite. My own experience has been the opposite. So I would really like people that are out there wondering what gastric bypass, has in store for them, and they've been learning maybe about the possibility of having dumping, what it really and truly is. So far, I haven't really seen anyone talk candidly about it. There could be several videos out there. I definitely have not watched the full spectrum of whatever is offered out there. But the few videos I have and the few people that I've watched have not really touched on this subject, and I think probably because it's uncomfortable to talk about. But maybe I'm the queen of uncomfortable. Who knows? So here goes. So what I've read about dumping syndrome is that you have a fast heartbeat. You start to have a fast heartbeat. That can come along with sweating. That can come along with heat, body heat, flush of the cheeks. Also a pallor, just a much paler face. Just being really uncomfortable. A full feeling in the stomach. Nausea, gas, gurgling. Pain in the intestines. Things like that. And diarrhea and or constipation. So there's that. My own experience, well, let me back up a little bit. Dumping happens when you either eat too fast, don't chew your food up well enough before swallowing, eat too fast, get too full, like overeating, or eating the wrong foods for your body. Like your body just can't tolerate that particular food right then. Most of the time that's sugary foods, fatty foods, high calorie foods, which, come along with fat and sugar. I'm like a sugaraholic only because trying to find a place to set my shake down, but that's not going to happen. I need to be drinking it. I say I'm a sugaraholic because I have episodes before I had surgery where I would get panicky, shaky, weak, very listless. I was still conscious, but just very listless, like hardly responsive. And the only thing that would help pull me out of that was eating something sweet. That was the extreme episode. And my life so far has been somewhere along that spectrum of that extreme to not having any symptoms at all. I do not have hypoglycemia. No one can tell me why this happens to me. I'm also anemic, so it could have something to do with anemia, but no one knows. I've talked to doctors. No one knows. So anyway, now when I start feeling that way, I know I have to eat. But now, because I've had dumping syndrome a few times, I know I have to be very careful about what I eat. Before surgery, I would just pick up something sugary to eat, a piece of bread with jelly, a toast, butter, and, jelly on it. Or, just whatever I had around the house that had sugar, a donut or something with sugar. That being said, now I've had that feeling a few times, that shaky, no energy, listless, oh my gosh, I can't wake up, blah, 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 I'm so groggy feeling. And the first thought that goes through my head is, oh my God, I need sugar. I've got to have sugar. I've got to have sugar. And a couple times I haven't stopped myself and I've picked up something with sugar in it. Sure enough, within a matter of seconds to sometimes an hour later, my heart will all of a sudden start pounding out of my chest. It's not a real fast heartbeat. It's a strong heartbeat. Even professionals have a hard time getting my blood pressure and getting my pulse rate, simply because it's so subtle, I guess is the word for it. You can't. It's hard for people to detect it in me. The machine has to, the cuff that you get, it has to inflate. I'm so uncomfortably. It's crazy. The lengths that the machines have to go to even get my blood pressure. So anyway, there's that. But it's not like that. When you start feeling this feeling, the heart pounding is really super hard pounding. I get lightheaded, dizzy. I feel faint, as in, like I just, oh gosh, like I must close my eyes and put my head down. Chills come along with this. Sweating at the same time, but I get overwhelming chills and every part of me just trembles, like I'm so cold. Last night I had this problem, and I found out that if I put a heated blanket, wrap myself in a heated blanket, the symptoms went away much faster. So I will, if that happens to me again, God, I hope I don't pick up something sweet ever again, but if I do, I'm definitely going to try that technique again and see how it goes. I'll update everybody on a video about that. However, the next thing that happens after the heartbeat, the dizziness, feeling like you've got to go lay down, so weak, can't walk, dizzy, lightheaded, gurgling in the stomach, my pouch feels uncomfortable, it felt uncomfortable, I wouldn't say that it was too full. It just felt like like probably I was going to throw up, but it wasn't quite nauseous. So it's kind of odd. Just felt like nothing was sitting on whatever I had just eaten didn't set on my stomach well enough. It didn't do enough for me, I guess I should say. And then shortly thereafter, you feel whatever you just put in your pouch drop into your intestine. And I think that's really, from what I've read and experienced, to me, that's where that word dumping comes from. Holy smokes. Oh, it's not a good feeling at all. It just goes right into your intestine. And then as it makes its way through, you can sometimes actually feel how fast it goes through your intestines. It hurts. It's painful. It's crampy. There was an episode where I was bent over in pain, hurt so bad, and then the next, of course, is running to the bathroom because the diarrhea is no joke. I hate to be so blunt, but really I don't, because I think it's important for people to know what it is, and how uncomfortable it is. You really, last night especially, I really thought I was going to have a heart attack and die. I really thought my heart was just going to give. It was very scary. It really is good to experience it in a way, because then you reaffirm to yourself, okay, I cannot eat that. I just can't eat that anymore. I'm going to have to say goodbye. Nice knowing you. Been a friend for a long time, sugar, but no more. We just can't visit each other anymore. I'm breaking up with you. So it's an awful feeling while you're going through it. I honestly feel like if you think you need to call your doctor and talk to your doctor while you're having this problem, do it. Because it can be really intense and scary. And you may need medical help. I've read a couple articles where they say to call 911. I haven't done that myself. I always am telling myself, well, I'm not that bad, I'm not that bad, I'm not that bad, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. So, but if you're the type of person who thinks, wow, I think this is so intense, I may need medical help, don't hesitate. I think you should get medical help, because it is really intense. But anyway, I was doing pretty good with food for a day or two, and I decided to grab a little smidge of something I shouldn't have that was sweet, and I paid for it pretty bad last night for a good 45 minutes to an hour. And then I guess it was about an hour later I started feeling hungry. Like, oh goodness, I really am hungry. Clearly everything that was nutritious that I had put in my pouch ran through me. And so I no longer had that nutrition in my stomach. So I had to go back and eat again. I made a much better choice the second time I went and ate, but that is also a symptom of dumping, is that that hunger soon after you just ate. I have not felt hunger too often since having the surgery, but the hunger after a dumping syndrome is clear, apparent hunger. So it's different than what I would say I feel otherwise. So there's that. I just kind of wanted to openly talk about what dumping syndrome is, because it seems like no one that I've come across so far has talked about it, and openly or honestly. Maybe they're being honest, but they, everybody has a right to privacy, and maybe they just don't want to talk about those things, but it is real. And I think somebody who's thinking of having gastric bypass surgery, or who has just had it, I would encourage them to definitely, definitely think about the possibility of pain, sweating, pounding heart, dizziness, listless, having to lie down for an hour, being worried that you're having a heart attack, then horrible cramping pain through your intestines, and having to spend quite a bit of time in the bathroom with diarrhea. I think you should consider that before you eat something with sugar or high fat in it. And I just would like to encourage people who are in my situation to consider, do I want to risk that happening more? Do I want the taste of the sugar more than I want, just weigh the risk and the benefit there, because I've decided for myself, I definitely don't want to feel that way ever again. I don't want to pick up sugar ever again. I'm the type of personality that as time goes by, I tend to have um, my memory fades a little, so I will be distanced from that feeling that I had last night, 3 weeks from now, and probably be thinking, well, I could try to have a little bit of sugar, um, but I'm really trying to help myself as well in making this video, really solidify it to myself that I cannot have that anymore. I have to break up with sugar. It has to end. Um, I just have to say goodbye. It's been nice knowing you, I guess. It really hasn't, when I'm honest. Eating sugary foods hasn't really done me any good except to pep me up for a few hours when I was having those episodes. But I think I'm going to find something different to do in the future when I'm having those episodes, that shaky feeling, and oh my gosh, I need some sugar. I'll be like, no, I think I need some peanut butter, or I think I need some almond butter, or oh no, I think I could probably have some protein shake or something else. That's really what my body is needing anyway. It's just the sugar would give me that instant, oh great, I'm all good now, feeling, and so my brain thought, yes, that's what you need. That's what you needed to put in your body. So it's not going to be that way anymore. I'm going to give myself something better, and feed myself something better so I don't ever have that happen again. The dumping syndrome is no joke. It is so real, and it is scary. So I think I'm not trying to scare people off from the gastric bypass. I'm just saying, if you're going to put sugar in your mouth after having the gastric bypass surgery, you need to know what dumping is. You need to be aware of it, and you need to know that it's intense. Okay, so there's my little rant. Until next time, bye.